Hacker culture is important to Hong Kong.
The gate to Asia. I find that Hong Kong is still very much plays that role.
We have been trying to investigate what's the future for smart furniture.
So here we provide the home to help the people who do it.
This kind of like open source mindset, people are willing to share things with this very, very important for us to grow the community together.
Shenzhen ecosystem is designed to be fast.
We all know China's reputation when it comes to affordable mass manufacturing. With the Chinese government's initiative to shift towards innovation-led production and more startups moving operations to Shenzhen and Hong Kong, we want to get a closer look at the current landscape. Let's leave the lab and catch up with local designers, engineers, makers, and founders who are creating the next wave of products. After a nearly 16-hour flight, we hopped in a taxi and headed to meet Dennis, the founding partner of Studio Ryte and graduate of the MIT Innovation Node program in Hong Kong.
How are you? Welcome to Studio Ryte. Come on in.
Thank you.
We work on spatial projects and also product designs. We work mainly with CNC machines and a lot of different kinds of digital fabrication tools. So different cities have different expertise, and we would go there, travel there, and to work out the prototypes and also the manufacturing process. There are a lot of different cities, including Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Zhongshan. There's another one, Huizhou, and Changping. These are all really fantastic manufacturing hubs and cities. They all have their own characteristics. In Hong Kong, because of our strategic location, it's actually a very, very good place for people with creativity, people with international exposure, with innovative thinking, to actually start a business in this location, geographically having close connection with Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and the Guangdong province.
When we were planning our trip, we knew we needed to check out Hong Kong's first hackerspace, Dim Sum Labs. With one of the highest property markets in the world, it's impressive to see a space like this last for over 5 years.
Come on. Welcome to Dim Sum Labs. So this is our space. It's a pretty small space, but I think it's very reflective of the city of Hong Kong. You know, Dim Sum Lab is the first hackerspace in Hong Kong. And the fact that we are so close to Shenzhen, I don't know if you know Shenzhen, but Shenzhen is sort of this crazy city where you can buy a lot of many different kind of electronics and stuff. So we've been sort of taking trips up as a hackerspace, and then we would source, parts and stuff, and would just come up with projects to make. The biggest problem in Hong Kong is space, because it used to be a colony, and now we are what we call SAR, a Special Administrative Region. So we have our own sort of laws, we have our own system in place. Personally, I feel the hacker culture is important to Hong Kong in the sense that it gives kids sort of a way out in their minds, at least, not in the physical space, but in their mind, how I can see beyond what's in front of me.
While Dim Sum Labs is Hong Kong's oldest hackerspace, Maker Bay is the city's largest and possibly most well known for its founder, Caesar. Talk to anyone in the global hardware innovation community and his name comes up, along with how he's empowering more socially and environmentally responsible projects.
There's more and more makerspaces coming up in Hong Kong. Most of them are generic in the sense that they are, okay, we're just trying to have the best, fanciest machine, but we are more and more focused on doing social and environmental stuff. So we work with the homeless, work with the refugee, work with the people who are recycling, work on oil spill, radioactivity, environmental pollution, air sensing. So this is our niche. Yeah. So I came to Hong Kong by ship. I sail around the world actually by boat, and I made a spreadsheet with all the criteria, and of course price of parts BOM was a big part of this, and Shenzhen was 7 times cheaper and 4 times faster than San Francisco in 2013. So for me it was very clear I had to be here. Yeah. It's more convenient for buying stuff online. Hong Kong is a small market, so the online stuff is not so good, but except if you import from China. And so I just looked at how long it would take me to develop my stuff, and then it was much faster, much cheaper here, and I could make my money last a lot longer, so I could take more risk, and my investor could be less scared to do that. So for a foreigner, I think it to be still more convenient, as in the gate to Asia. I found that Hong Kong is still very much plays that role.
It's becoming clear that Hong Kong can be a valuable gateway to many of China's manufacturing resources just across the border. MIT sees the advantages as well, as is apparent with their only international annex being located here.
Welcome to the Note. So we are the only place outside Cambridge, Massachusetts. We are the only place that to promote innovation Note and promote innovation in Hong Kong and Greater Bay Area. So we're unique and only one in the world.
So through the programs we run, our main mission there is to bring in innovation capabilities for the population, and the way we segment that is we work with tertiary level students, so mostly MIT students and students from Hong Kong across the 8 public universities. Across the border, Shenzhen has been thriving in the past decade, and certainly when it comes to innovation and the speed of innovation, that's something that we really want students from MIT and from Hong Kong to see.
We are here to help other people to expand the horizon and get into something that they did not think that they are possible to do. Why not San Francisco? Why not London? Why not direct to Shenzhen? Why not to Taiwan, right? Hong Kong have very strong university space. So the university in Hong Kong is actually, all the universities in Hong Kong are very, very good. They have a lot of talent access, which is very important. We are here to educate, and we are here to connect university, school, and industry, government, connected with Shenzhen. We are the connector. We are not the space. The space is not important. We're here to connect people together.
We've traveled across the border into mainland China, and we're headed to Shenzhen, which is globally known as the world's leader in electronics production.
Hacks is a accelerator part of a VC called SSV. So as we invest in early stage hardware startups, we notice that there's an element of support that's missing in the VC community, which is to actually make the product, right? And that's why we set up Hacks in Shenzhen, because to utilize the ecosystem in Shenzhen to help teams develop their products, develop their prototypes and iterations as quickly as possible. Shenzhen ecosystem is designed to be fast. Here, I go downstairs onto the first floor, grab it, come back up. If I want a 4-layer PCB made, I upload my Gerber file right now. Tomorrow at this time, I will have 50 of them on my desk, and I'll have paid $6. And then that's a speed that we expect teams to achieve here.
And we're now at Seed's X Factory, where we're going to catch up with Violet and learn more about their Maker Pro community.
So Seed is founded in 2008, and at the very beginning is serving the whole maker community with, on the one hand, open source hardware products that you can use to build projects, and on the other hand with services that can help you make prototype in a very quick way but in a very small volume. Thing is, when you come here to make a prototype, you want to make 1,000 of them, we can connect you with the supply chain behind it, and then it can go smoothly to the next stage. And we have a lot of workshops to teach people some basic skills. And then in 2015, there's this huge news in China at that time, because the Premier of China visited our makerspace. So with the visit, they began to promote the so-called mass innovation and mass entrepreneurship in China. And then with that coming along is a lot of policy support, subsidies, and they have all this support. And we see, before the visit, there's less than 10 makerspaces in Shenzhen, but after the Premier's visit, there were more than 200 of them in 1 year.
Through their experience in being one of the first makerspaces in Shenzhen, the Seed team has really started to understand the nuances of the maker community and the difference between someone just entering to the space to learn a new skill and the maker pros who really want to take their skills to the next level to be able to grow their business and tap into this both local and global network of resources that the Seed team has developed. It's been a great experience getting to explore the hardware ecosystem here in China. We've gathered so many amazing perspectives from different parts of the community and the industry here, and I'm really excited to be ending our trip here at our booth at Shanghai Electronica.
Each year, the conference exhibits the rapid growth of the market, proving that time is of the essence. Technology is becoming irrelevant at a quicker and quicker rate, and prototyping and production have to keep up. So being close to the action can make all the difference between you and the competition.